Hey there, it's Abby with Cryptid Zen for Flosstube number 3. If you're new here, welcome. I hope that you find my channel entertaining and you enjoy cross-stitching, maybe plants, life stories, not so many life lessons. I'm just kidding. But either way, if you're new here, thank you, welcome. This is a channel that's dedicated to my cross-stitching and then my, day-to-day life for those that find that interesting, and maybe at some point I will share my plant collection with you guys. But if you are returning, also thank you very, very much. It's been super fun putting this channel together. This is my 3rd video. I put out videos every 2 weeks or so. Again, just thanks. Hopefully over time I'll get better at my intro. I need to almost just script it because I always want to make sure I hit all the different points. Like, thank you if you're new. Thank you if you've been here before. This is what it's about. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yada, yada, yada. I should do a too long didn't read, a TLDR. Either way, so it is, what's the date today? Sunday, September 19th. I'm not the best at the dates and the things, but it's Sunday, I can tell you that. It is September 19th. I am in Chicagoland, which means it is about 90 degrees outside. We are having a bit of a heat wave come through. That's Sir Henry. So it's about 90 degrees outside. It's been pretty hot for the past few days, which has been nice because pretty soon it's not going to be warm anymore. I'm already pretty sad because the days are getting much, much shorter. Daylight savings isn't until I think the first week of November. But even then, at that point, it's going to get dark at 5 o'clock. And the sun will come up at 5. So, but either way, we're squeezing every bit of sunshine out of the world. What's gone on over the last 2 weeks? I did make it to the beach, so I really am trying to squeeze as much sunshine as possible out of things. So I talked to you guys 2 weekends ago. So a little over a week ago, I took Friday off and I went up to Chicago rather. I went to the north side to hang out with one of my coworkers, and we went to Hollywood Beach, which was super fun. And then Joe and his dad have been working on the house, which has been great. I wouldn't say Joe took a month off, but I would say almost like 6 weeks of the summer. Deep in the summer, we weren't really doing much. His dad went on vacation. He had just been working so hard for so long that I think he just needed a break, and the last thing I ever really want to do is put pressure on anything. So the last few weeks, they've been doing a lot of work. They have torn down all the plaster in the space that's supposed to be my office. They ran conduit and new electrical, and Joe's got 200 or 300 feet of Cat 6 that he needs to run so that he can run some new data drops, so we have the best internet ever. So there's been a lot of stuff going on there. That's partially because we just want to get that done, since it would be nice to have that side of the house at some point, but also because this upcoming weekend we're getting a new washer and dryer, which Joe is, and myself, but Joe is very, very excited about. I'm pretty excited because it's going to be way more energy efficient, and our existing models are not efficient at all. None of the appliances in our house are very efficient. Like, they work well, they're all right quality, but they're just horrible. We've got an air conditioning unit that's like 30 years old. It works, but it sucks up energy like you wouldn't believe. So either way, that's going to be exciting. The other really exciting stuff about the washer and the dryer, it's energy efficient. I think it's a heat pump dryer, which Joe knows a lot more about than I do, but I've been told that that's exciting. The capacities are way bigger. So one of the big things is we have the 3 dogs who are all healthy, by the way. I had a lot of people comment and message me asking me how Henry and Hans and Fred are. All 3 of them are doing well. Henry's allergies have completely gone away. The shot really helped. The steroids helped him heal and all that good stuff. Hans and Fred, both their ear infections resolved. They were on medication, so it's not like we were expecting it not to be A-okay. But everybody's all good. All 3 dogs are happy and healthy. Hans and Fred just got haircuts today. But either way, washer and dryer, we really need to keep bedding and blankets and pillows cleaned, because anybody else that's a pet lover or an animal lover, when you've got animals in your home, those types of surfaces, they get that dander and that dog smell in them. So right now our washer and dryer are not big enough for us to put the whole bed in, and when you read the actual instructions on the tag, you're not supposed to take the stuffing out. You're supposed to, for these beds at least, put them straight in, yada yada yada. That's really exciting. And then the final thing that is so exciting about this washer and dryer, primarily the washer, if you are like me, then you have struggled your whole life with starting a load of laundry and then forgetting to change it over, and then remembering a day or two later because either you got reprimanded by your parents when you were growing up, or you found it on your own, or maybe now you have a partner who found it. But either way, you leave the laundry in the washer for too long, it gets that mildew, that moldiness, and that's no good. Well, this new washer actually has a thing that helps you avoid that, where at the end of the session, at the end of the cleaning, it will actually rotate and move the clothes so that they don't get mildewy on you until you move them into the dryer. So Joe and I both suffer from, we'll start a load of laundry. I always do. Like, I'll start a load of laundry at like 7 p.m. I go to bed, or at least get into bed at 8. So the likelihood of me being awake to even change it over is non-existent. But then what happens is you start the laundry at night, you forget about it overnight, in the morning you go about your day, and then you don't get to it until the next evening, if then, right? So hopefully this washer and dryer helps with that. I don't really think that's the primary thing to be hopeful about. It's just exciting to have it be, a newer model, probably more efficient, probably better at washing and cleaning our clothes, all that kind of stuff. So that's coming in next weekend, but that meant that Joe and his dad needed to do a lot of different electrical work. They moved a panel because the panel that the washer and dryer were on were sharing with, they were overloaded. They had way too many things in them. So they split a panel, made a new panel. I don't know. I know that the lights turn on like they're supposed to and they turn off like they're supposed to. And they went out for about 30 minutes in the middle of this project. So dogs are good. House is good. Last weekend was fun. Had Friday off. This week I've been by myself because Joe is down in Arizona with he went down to his mom's place because she was leaving town and she needed somebody to stay there with her dog, who used to be Joe's dog. So Joe's down in Arizona. He's actually not right now. Right now he's on a plane coming back here. But he left on Tuesday, so I have been all by myself, which is trying but also rewarding. So the joke that I normally like to say is that I'm truly, if you know me from work, or probably work, because what else do I leave the house for? But if you know me at the office, or if you knew me, I don't know, in school, or just in general, I'm a talkative person, but I wouldn't call myself an extrovert. I think that's something that I'm sure many people can associate with. Like if I'm at work, right, I almost call it like I'm on. I'm just like this. I'm bright and I'm vibrant and I'm talkative and I'm engaging. And I enjoy being that, but it takes up all of my energy. Being around other people, if it's more than one person at a time, or maybe two people, it drains me. I really like being by myself. I really like just sitting and stitching and watching my shows and being with my dogs. And I expend a lot of social energy during the week and during the day from 8 to 5, being in marketing, being sales related. I have to be this very bubbly, energetic, uplifting person, and I enjoy that. I think it's part of my purpose, but I need that balance. And all of that is to say that, I'm sure everybody here who's in a loving relationship or who enjoys having a roommate can understand. I love having Joe around, but I also love not having anyone around, right? My favorite times on the weekend is I get up a little bit earlier than Joe because I go to bed at 8 p.m., right? I go to bed at 8, he goes to bed at midnight or 1 a.m. So I get up at 6:30, 7 a.m. on the weekends still. And one of my favorite things is those maybe 2 hours where I can get my coffee. I get up with the dogs, I let them out, I feed them, and then they play, and then they, will lay back down. But I'll sit and I will stitch with my coffee and watch my show and just do my own thing for about 2 hours. And then Joe gets up, and then it's, we're social and we're probably going to get up and go do something, or I'm not going to get up and go do something, but I at least have to be social, right? So the last few days, Tuesday to today, have been pretty nice. it's been really nice just to be able to be quiet, to prepare for all the talking I'm doing now. But it's also been a really crazy time at work because we're getting closer to the end of September. This quarter, like I said, I'm in marketing, and part of my job is to oversee all of our marketing, but I also support the software and the procedural side of our sales team. So like I help them take new people and communicate with them in a structured way until they close deals, essentially. So what we've been working on is changing software platforms, essentially. And I feel like I've said essentially like 3 times, maybe it was only twice. But we're working on switching the software platform that the sales team and myself and my team use. And the biggest piece of it this quarter has been creating the environment for the sales guys. And then now on Monday, tomorrow, they're going to start using the software. They're going to move from the old software into the new software. And it's pretty stressful just because working with any team at all, but working with my team, they can sometimes not adopt things fully. They don't have the same level of attention to detail on training and paying attention again to that process and, those types of things. So it'll likely have some speed bumps. I've set everything up as best as I could. I tested everything as best as I could. I had to work yesterday and today to make sure everything was ready. But that's been going on, and that's just one of my projects. Then, September's the end of Q3. So I've got all the other different things with my marketing team and my web team, and then the other teams that I work with that I'm getting done. So work has been crazy, but I like the challenge. I like being busy. I like being challenged. If I like a challenge, I like being challenged. So that's all been really good. And then otherwise, it's just been stitching or lack thereof. I have not stitched as much as I should. So just trying to think if there's anything else on the update side. Oh, I do have these carpet samples here because some of you guys are actually pretty interested in the home remodel, and I still need to get footage into a video. On my never-ending list of to-dos is to take maybe a 15 or a 30-minute class on one of those online tutorial sites to learn a little bit more about video editing, just because, I do my best to take all of this, just one take, no editing, no nothing. We send it, right? We click record and we go. But I do my best just to do this in one recording. That way I don't have to do any editing because I can not edit. I don't know how, and I need to learn that. But I need to make some time for me to learn that. Follow? Okay, cool. So either way, one of the big things we have to make a decision on, well, there's 2 things we have to make a decision on for the home remodel. The first is carpet for the den. So originally, actually, I'm gonna grab it. Hold please. Right after I say that I don't do any type of editing. 1 second. The good thing is where I needed to go was in the same room. Anyway, so originally this is the color and the carpet that we wanted in the den. Isn't it funky and fantastic and just wonderful? It looks way more yellow than it is because I've got the light behind this. It doesn't look more yellow than it is. It is yellow. It just looks a lot brighter than it does on the ground. But either way, the pattern, everything, we just loved it. But way, way, way too expensive. So I think actually the last time I did a video, I talked about this. We went into the store, we got a quote for something different. That quote was still higher than what we really wanted to be spending on that room because eventually we want to redo the whole thing with hard surface. So the lovely lady, her name is Lydia, the lovely woman who's helping us, she proactively sent us a sample of something else than we had selected in the showroom because she's like, hey, I know you guys are working on the price point. So either way, the one that we want is now, that isn't the yellow one, is Mohawk Tasteful Edition in color Slate. It's got to be dark because it's a main area that we go in and out of the house for the dogs, right? So we really can't do anything too light. I think, again, in another video I mentioned, like even this carpet in here, with us being up here all the time, it's horrible because it's so light. So this is the one we want. This is what she sent us as another option that would be cheaper. And this is Heavenly Allure City Loft. So this one's obviously way nicer. You can kind of even just like see it, right? There's way more fibers. This is denser. This is just not as soft. So the difference was, I don't know, like $400 or $500 for the 2 rooms on those two. So I emailed Lydia back and I tried my best to kind of negotiate. I said, hey, you know, thank you so much for sending us the sample. We really do want to go with the original option. The only issue is the original option is costing almost as much as it cost us to do this room, our master bedroom, a landing, an entire set of stairs, you know. And then I also tried to just talk about the fact that we do have these projects coming up and they sell tile. So, you know, for bathrooms, everything, you know, so it's like, can you just help us out? So either way, Lydia is supposed to be trying to help me get a further discount. And then because I'm not nice, I left out the fact that we don't need her to do the removal. They don't have to move furniture. So we'll take that off at the back end too. And that's like another $200. So either way, Joe says that we need to be ready to install carpet by November 1st. When this project started in May, okay, it was supposed to be done in May. When I got home, I jokingly kept saying, oh, we'll be back there by like August, maybe September. And Joe thought that was laughable. Now the goal is November 1st to be ready to install the carpet. But it's all good. We'll get there. We'll get there. Progress. And like I said, they're moving right along. We did so their demo, you know, demoing. I know they're going to be hanging drywall, all that good stuff. So that's all pretty cool. That's an update there. All right, cool. So I guess now we can move on to what I've been stitching. So it took me 15 whole minutes to talk about all the different things that are going on in life. And I'm sure I left some out, which should tell you I did not stitch as much as I would have liked. But that's okay. But that's okay, right? That's okay. All right, so again, as always, the 805 Stitcher makes my bags. She doesn't know she makes my bags, but I mean, well, she does. She always sends me a little card saying thanks for the business. But so this is my Tiny Modernist Christmas Village. It's a 4-part mystery series. I should probably show you the one with the whole thing done. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? So here's this. And here's my progress. I stuck with this for a while. This is one of the reasons I think I didn't get a lot of other stuff done too, just because I have been having so much fun with this pattern. So colorful and playful. So this is done on the called for again, but that is, the fabric is Picture This Plus and the color is Crystal Nessie. It's on 32 count. Oop. So there you can actually see all the sparkles. So that little Christmas village over there, I think I stitched that and had to frog it like twice. The things that should be the simplest are always the most difficult. And I've gotten a lot of comments on my little Doctor Who Starry Night needle minder. I should link to the Etsy shop where I got that. I will link to it. Is that? Uh-oh. Apparently I lost the back of my magnet. That's no good. But I'm sure I will find it. Oh, there it went. There it went. Oh, I knew I was forgetting an update. Other big update. Next weekend, I'm going to Austin, where my family is, for my mom's birthday. So like 2 weeks ago, I was looking at prices and I didn't think I was going to be able to make it happen because it was like over $300 probably for a round trip. It was probably between $300 to $400. And I'm going in October. It was just way too much money with everything that we need to be spending money on and saving money for up here. Sorry, I have to put these away. But anyway, last week, I kind of on a whim, I was on the Southwest site and they announced they were doing some sale on one-way trips. And so I went and I looked and I was able to get a round trip for under $200. And then, since the prices were so cheap, I just used my points. But anyway, so Thursday, I work a half day, and then I'm going to go to Midway and hop on a Southwest flight and go down to Texas, Tejas, because again, from the beginning, I'm chasing the sun now. No, I'm not going down there just for the sun. It just is supposed to be nice. But it's my mom's birthday. Her birthday is Saturday, September 25th. And so I'm just super excited that I get to spend it with her. I don't know what we're going to do, although I mean, I'm only there Thursday to Sunday, so, and she's also a homebody, so I have a feeling what we're gonna do is hang out at the house and grill out and hang out by the pool, and I cannot wait for that. I get to see Phyllis, so I get to see my grandmother, I get to see Bob, my stepfather, who's my favorite person on the planet. The only thing that's sad about the trip, well, two things are sad about the trip. Number one, it's really quick, so I'm not gonna bring Hans, who normally does travel with me. He's a great flyer. And then number two, again, it's a quick trip, so Joe's not going to come either. He'll be here working on the delivery and installation of the washer and the dryer. I like to leave town when there's big projects. I recommend it. Either way, okay, so I'm dreadfully behind on this, but this is my Cryptid stitch along. So last week, we've got there's three cryptids now. So the first week was Mothman, then we had Nightcrawler, and then there's another one down here for this week that I haven't even started, and I don't remember the name of. But if you're also doing the Cryptid stitch along, you're likely farther than I am, way farther than I am. And I hope that you're enjoying it, because I have been enjoying it. Maybe I'll hop on this one tonight. So actually, the other reason I don't have any progress on this, I'm all over the place. 805 Stitcher. Isn't that a cute bag? The other reason that I haven't made it further on this one is last video I showed you guys some digital prints, and I talked about a couple that I wanted to do for Joe as a surprise. And one of them was my Doctor Who one. My Doctor Who in this house. So I jokingly kind of talked about the fact that, joking but not joking, I joked around about the fact that I wanted to do this one and I really want to get it done as a surprise for him for Christmas. And that I kind of do think that I'd be able to do that without him knowing, even if I was stitching right here, which is kind of a joke. But with him being out of the house this week, I realized it was the perfect opportunity. So luckily enough, I had thought ahead, and I knew I wanted to do this one. I just didn't like put two and two together and realize, oh yeah, Abby, you should absolutely be doing this one while he's in Arizona. But the Monday after I last filmed, I was on Etsy and I was looking for some fabric to do this project on, and I stumbled on the store is called My Lil, which is L-I-L, so My Lil Craft Barn. It's on Etsy, and I bought this 18 count Ada color opalescent white, and the price was pretty good. It was only $8.25. Now I will tell you, I do not like stitching on Ada at all, mainly because it's just so rough and coarse. I almost feel like my wrist hurts more because I've got to put more pressure on the needle as I push through. If anyone has any suggestions on that, please just let me know. But either way, this has been super fun. I'm gonna keep stitching it after I finish taping this video because he lands at 5, so I'll maybe get like another hour of stitching in. Then I'll put it away. This is definitely gonna be what goes with me down to Texas, because then I have a couple days of stitching that I can do with this. So I really do think that, and like on the weekends he takes naps, or he'll be working late and we won't be able to hang out much. So those are the nights and the times that I'm gonna stitch on this, and I do think I'll be able to get it done before Christmas. But little sonic screwdrivers, which I think are super cute, and the In This House in blue. It'll move much quicker now. I mean, I was just sitting for like maybe 30 minutes and I did that. So hopefully I'll be able to keep that a secret. He doesn't watch this, which I'm fine with. So that's the other reason why I'm totally okay with talking about it. So I don't know about the rest of you guys, but when you buy stuff on Etsy, like that fabric like I was talking about, if it's something that needs to be shipped, I find that I tend to try and find multiple things at a shop just because I don't want to spend as much. Like, I think the shipping on that was $5 or $6. So it was like I'm spending $8 on a piece of fabric and then I'm going to spend $5 to ship it. I don't like that very much. So I try to find something else to purchase too, just to kind of get a better bang for my buck. In reality, I'm just spending more money, but I guess it makes me feel better, and that's what counts, right? It makes me feel better, and I get a really, really cute fabric out of it. So this one's also from My Little Craft Barn. This is even weave. It's 32 count, and the color is called Petite Hearts. Is that upside down now? Yes. But so it's just like a gray with all these little tiny hearts on it, and I just think it's so cute. I don't know what I'm gonna stitch on it. I just knew it was cute. It spoke to me. I haven't done a lot of Valentine's Day stitching, so I figured this would be a good excuse to try and find a pattern to do that on. And I thought that was awesome. So, what else? Oh, so last time I was up, I had a great find for you guys because I was going through all of my old, not so finished, like they're finished projects, but they're not FFOs because I haven't framed them or anything. So that's what I was doing last time, and I stumbled upon a pattern that I had been stitching that also I got a lot of comments and messages about, saying that I have to finish it because it was one of the prettiest ones that I shared, which is just so funny because everybody that saw it, even my family, they just loved that piece, and I can't believe I never finished it. But either way, similar story, except I wasn't looking for things for this channel. I have 2 pairs of eyeglasses, and I was looking for this pair that I have that's got these white frames, and there are white frames on the front and then black frames on the side. Actually, it turns out they're in Texas, so I'll be getting them in a week. My mom called me out of the blue and also asked me, she goes, "Are these your white glasses?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, I was just looking for those." But I was looking for my glasses, and I thought maybe I had left them in a purse that I haven't been using recently. So I go to look in my purse, and I find cross-stitching patterns. Because I must have taken these in my purse with me to my stitching store before I went to visit my mom. I think that's the last time I was using this purse. But either way, I thought they were super, super cute. I'm so glad that I found them because I just bought them. And they are both, well, one's a designer that I'm working on. I've got the Gentle Rain project I'm working on by the Blue Flower. But this is the Blue Flowers project Wildflowers, which I just think is so cute and so darling. I love all the flowers. I love the beehive at the bottom. And then this one is by Mojo Stitches, Needlework Designs and Delights. This is called Take Wing. It's number 2 in the Bushland Quaker series. I just thought that was really cute. Colorful. You guys know I love color. Super, super cute. So yeah, those are gonna be on my list to do at some point. I've also got a bunch of other patterns that I can show you guys. But the only other thing I had to share, I suppose, or not the only other thing, but one other thing, since I know people like to share the things that they find and the stuff they're doing, but when I started to get more into the Flosstube and cross-stitching on Instagram and following people, I noticed that a lot of people, there's a couple different things that a lot of stitchers love in common. I've noticed a lot of stitchers also love plants, but maybe that's just because most people are loving plants these days. So that's one similarity a lot of us have. The other one is a lot of us stitchers also love a good planner, and if you love a good planner in 2021, you also love planner stickers. The biggest difference for me with how I do my planner and some of the stuff I see online is they just like go nuts. They go ape. They go ham. There's so many stickers everywhere, and I think to myself, that's a full-time job in itself. I don't need to be, well, number 1, it takes how long to set the page up, and then number 2, I feel like I get stressed out looking at the page because it would just be, there's just so much going on. How do I even see? It's too much. It's overload, sticker overload, sticker sensory overload. But either way, I admire those planners. I admire those people that can do that. I am just not one of them. But instead, I just kind of put my stickers here and there as I want them. This one I thought was funny because I'm on call, and so I have an eyeball there because I'm watching all of the web servers this weekend. And see, look, Joe comes home with flowers. My friend Matt's birthday. But the reason I brought up my planner is there's this sticker shop that I love on Etsy, and she's got her own website as well. It's not all on Etsy. And I have a feeling that many people that like stickers will also know this brand, since it looks like there's a pretty big dominance here on Etsy. I believe it's German, so I'm probably not going to pronounce this properly, but the brand is Mohrenkirst. And I've got all of these cute little stickers. Let me see. So this one, there were stickers. I have like laundry stickers. These ones are for weather. I haven't used any of these yet. These are breakfast. Just all these different themes. Oh, this one I got again. I don't have very many Valentine's-y things, but maybe at some point. Let me see. I wanted to show you guys. There's another one that's I really liked. I like these a lot. These are like the little week trackers. Then I realized I can draw this myself. the tracker ones, that's my idea moving forward, is that I don't have to buy the tracking stickers because they're pretty simple shapes that you can just go with. This one's really cute. It's gonna have a tropical vibe with all the tropical plants I love. I've got one that's just plants. This one's Christmas themed. I don't know if these are showing up well on camera. If they're not, it's my bad. I've just been doing this for the last like 2 minutes. Sushi stickers, isn't that cute? Joe and I went on a sushi date a couple weekends ago. That's why there's a couple missing. It's gardening. See, I've gardened a couple times. That's, if you look through my stickers, if anything ever happens in my life, look through my stickers, you'll know what I've been doing recently. These are cool. These are like magic ones. So you guys better know we've got a, Halloween coming up. I'm sure that I've actually got a lot of different like mystical type stickers in here. That's what I'm looking for. I wanted to show you guys the like these ones cool. This is dark magic. Ooh. This one's called Boo. This is where my eyeball came from. Aren't those cute? I love fun things. In case you couldn't tell by my earrings. Aren't these fun? Like toucans. I got them at Target from the Bobble Bar. That's another thing I've been seeing a lot of on Instagram lately, those resin earrings that are in all the fun shapes. I saw one the other day that was for pumpkin spice lattes. It was so intricate. Summer. See, I'm trying to get as much activity as possible. This one's got 4 stickers missing. Either way, that's pretty much everything. So, I also got these little check boxes. I think that's pretty much everything though. The only other thing, I guess, last time I realized, I don't think I mentioned at all that I did sign up for the next year's StitchCon in Cincinnati. So I've signed up for weekend 1. So if you also signed up, please send me a message, let me know. I know it's a year away, but I'm so looking forward to it. I'm excited to meet fellow Stitchers in person. I'm excited to be antisocial with them in person. I'm kidding. That is the one thing I'm nervous about, is just that normally when I stitch, like I said, I'm by myself, quiet, watching TV. So it'll be really interesting to stitch around real life humans and to chit chat. I probably won't get any stitching done if I'm chit-chatting too much. But either way, so I signed up for that, so I'm really excited. There's a couple other stitchers that I've met online who are also going that weekend. So that'll be really, really fun. Otherwise, just stitching. I hope I post videos about every 2 weeks, so I'm really hoping that by the next time I see you guys, I'm caught up on my Cryptid stitch along, and 2 weeks from now, let's say I would like to be a third the way through my Doctor Who stitch. I also realized after watching another Flosstube, Darcy, I don't remember the name of the whole channel, but he had this really great thing that I hadn't even thought of, which is like after I do this, I need to take a picture of exactly where my stitching is right now, and then I need to combine that with the super awesome video editing skills that I don't have yet. But when I combine both of those 2 things together, I'll be able to start splicing into these videos so that you guys can see where I was 2 weeks ago and where I am today. Because that's part of the fun too, is we're stitching together and we get to see progress together. And I feel like if I get up here and I just like show this, next time some people might recognize the progress and others might not. And you also might have been here for the first time. So if you didn't see my video from 2 weeks ago, you won't know my progress, right? But either way, so 2 weeks from now, hopefully I'll have better video editing skills. Hopefully I'll have some before and afters. Hopefully I will have gotten a little bit more of a tan because I'm going to Texas this upcoming weekend. Hopefully we will have a functioning installed washer and dryer by then. Hopefully, Joe has not changed his mind on the trim for the walls in the den. And probably the molding for the walls in the den that we have chosen. He's bad about that. We will pick things and then we need to repick and repick and repick and repick. But that was a major win. So like right now we've got the carpet chosen. We've got the walls kind of figured out. We need to pick our paint color, but hopefully that's still moving forward. Hopefully the sales team has adopted the software and the stuff that I built so that I haven't ripped all of my hair out. Hopefully all of my dogs are healthy so that I'm not going to the vet. Also just because it's great for them to be healthy. Let's not make it about me. Let's not make it about yourself, Abigail. What else? Hopefully my mother has an amazing birthday. Hopefully I get to see my grandmother, who's been Phyllis. Everybody loves Phyllis. Everybody always asks about Phyllis. Phyllis is well, y'all. She lost a dear friend recently. So if you do know her personally, make sure you reach out to her, say hello, give her some love, because she's definitely worth it, and she could use some love from her friends out in the world. But she had shoulder surgery a few months back, so it'll be nice. She had shoulder surgery right, I think she had her shoulder replaced in May, and so it'll be nice to see her and to see her progress and how much better she's doing, because she didn't want to do the therapy. She did it. Well, she was doing it. I'm gonna get in trouble for sharing this. No, she's been doing the therapy and everything, but she was doing mainly exercises at the house instead of going, because COVID, and she was doing a good job in increasing her mobility. So I just hope that continues for her. I think I'll get to see not both of my brothers, but my middle younger brother. So hopefully I get to spend some good time with him and his girlfriend, who is lovely. Get some good stitching in. Have some great updates for you. Hope, 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 hope. Hope, hope, hope. I think that's about everything. So thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me, Abby, and Cryptid Zen. Please don't be afraid to like, to subscribe, to comment. You can also find me on Instagram, where I do post. Recently I haven't been posting as much, but normally I try to post every day or so updates on my stitching, and you can find me on Instagram at _crafted_zen. You can also find a link to my Instagram on my channel here. And I think without further ado, I will see you guys in 2 weeks. I got to get to do some stitching so I can get this project on the road, this one. And then I have to get on the road to go pick up Joe. Toodles. Bye.